Well, here we are again for another review. Not to start by saying I normally wouldn't have done a video review for, a GaN power adapter, PD power adapter. The only reason I'm doing this is just to kind of emphasize the difference in quality between a really well built, I would say overbuilt, over-engineered Anker power supply and a no-named mass-produced power supply. Both of these power supplies are 65 watt PD power supplies. Okay, both of them have USB-A. No, two different directions. They both have USB-A and two USB-Cs that will do basically the same thing, right? 65 watt, 20 watt, and 18 watt. And this is the Anker is similar, right? Depending on how many things you have plugged in and which port you have them plugged into. Actually, I do have it upside down. The wattage will vary, but yes, you will get 65 watt off this. And this is what I actually carry in my laptop bag. I don't carry my Surface's power supply anymore. This is what I carry. I power everything, my external monitor, my laptop, everything with this one very small GaN power supply. This one is, I would say, 1/3 the size larger than the Anker. They're approximately the same thickness. Probably need to be looking at the camera while I'm doing this. So this one's a little bit taller than this one. They're approximately the same thickness. Width is, significantly more for this one. Nice satisfying click when you fold this in here. This is not going to fall apart. This one doesn't fold at all, right? So that's just permanently soldered in there, and then the plastic molding is around it. This weighs significantly less than this one. Matter of fact, I'm going to get a scale so we can see that. All right, I brought my scale. I zeroed it out in grams. This is the first one. It weighs 110 grams. And this is the Anker. It weighs 109 grams. So, as you can see, the weight, deceptive to me, because to me the Anker feels heavier than the other one, but that may simply be that the Anker PD GaN charger is a better built, more solid, more compact, and it just, for whatever reason, it gives you that heavier feel in your hand than this one. This one just feels like there's a lot of air in it. Nonetheless, I've been using this one for about 6 months. I've never had a problem with it. Just got this one, so I'll test it. But I just don't like the quality, the lack of quality in the build. I mean, look at the gaps in there. Just, cheap looking plastic. I don't know. If you're putting out 65 watts, you want this thing to be solidly built with no gaps. Look at that. It's like very thin, like the lines, about the thinness of a hair in the gapping there. If this is just a solidly built power supply, this doesn't seem so much like it is. I mean, even the packaging. I don't have the Anker packaging, but if you've ever purchased anything Anker, even the packaging is solid. Look at the packaging for this thing. It came out. It's like you can tell this is just mass-produced, really cheap stuff. They give you a USB-C cable. I certainly wouldn't trust to run 65 watts through this. It's just a very thin cable compared to, like, a proper USB-C cable. Like this one. You see the difference. Even though this is a much older cable, This is a thicker cable, just more solid. You can feel, you know, how good quality of cable this is. So just keep that in mind when you purchase this item. Think about what you're running. If you're, you know, trying to run a 1400, you know, MacBook, or a 1400 Surface Pro or Surface laptop, maybe you want to consider spending more on any brand power supply, right? And just to make sure you get nice clean power in there. All right, well, that's pretty much it. There's not a whole lot to these things. I just wanted to make people aware that, you know, sometimes you get what you pay for. So I will zoom in this so you can actually read the specs that are printed on this guy, so you can see exactly what this guy provides, which is very similar to what the Anker does, at least in a rating perspective. And it seems to have all the certifications, you know, from the different testing systems, so it should be safe. Anyway, there you go. We will see you on the next review.